What's going on, everybody? Black Sage here, and today I'm going to discuss did the NBA save LeBron James' legacy in the 2016 NBA Finals? The 2016 NBA Finals being the historic moment when LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers came from behind, losing 3-1 to Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, who had just set the NBA record for most wins in the season with 73 wins and only 9 losses. LeBron James and the Cavaliers came back from being down 3-1 to win Game 7 in Golden State. I'm going to talk about if the NBA saved LeBron's legacy by suspending Draymond Green and a crucial Game 5 in Golden State, if that helped LeBron James on his way to winning his third NBA championship. But first, we have to go back a year before, when after getting beat by San Antonio in the finals with the Miami Heat, LeBron James decided to go back home to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, now joined with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. Now back with the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James makes his 5th straight appearance in NBA Finals to face the up-and-coming young Golden State Warriors. Unfortunately, though, for LeBron James, he didn't know the NBA Finals would turn out like it did. They didn't have Kevin Love for the 2015 NBA Finals, and LeBron James did not know Kyrie Irving would get hurt in Game 1 and not play the rest of the finals. This will be a tall task for LeBron, going into the NBA Finals with no Kevin Love and losing Kyrie Irving after Game 2, and also facing Steph Curry, who would win his first MVP that year. Starting the 2015 NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers came out with a starting lineup of point guard Kyrie Irving, shooting guard Iman Shumpert, small forward LeBron James, power forward Tristan Thompson, and center Timothy Mozgov. And Golden State having point guard Steph Curry, shooting guard Klay Thompson, small forward Harrison Barnes, power forward Draymond Green, and center Andrew Bogut. But things would change after Game 1 when they lost Kyrie Irving. And remember, they don't have Kevin Love, so now they have to put Matthew Dellavedova in there at point guard, which kind of helped out for Cleveland in those first couple after Game 2. Because if you remember, Matthew Dellavedova caused Steph Curry a lot of problems because he stayed all over Steph Curry, not allowing Steph Curry to go around any picks. He fronted Steph Curry. So, Curry want to run around and stuff, but Matthew Dellavedova just stayed with him the whole time and he denied him the ball. He wouldn't let him catch it. So Cleveland was actually able to win 2 out of the first 3 games, with LeBron just going all out crazy, basically having to be the whole offense for Cleveland, though. After Game 3, Coach Steve Kerr and Golden State decided, okay, Matthew Dellavedova is going to deny Curry from getting the ball. We're going to start off by putting the ball in Steph Curry's hand. Let's see if Matthew Dellavedova can guard Steph Curry one-on-one. And that didn't work out well for Matthew Dellavedova because he couldn't keep Steph Curry in front of him. And then that's when everybody really started realizing how much range Steph Curry actually had. Because one-on-one on an island with Steph Curry, you don't know if he go drive. You try to stop him from driving, that's when he step back and shoot a 30-foot 3 in your face. So things changed after Game 3 of the NBA Finals for Cleveland. And of course, Golden State decided to put great perimeter defender Andre Iguodala on LeBron to try to help slow him down. Yes, LeBron James did score a lot of points, and he had to work his ass out because, look, hey, it's just him. It's no Kevin Love. It's no Kyrie Irving. So, of course, LeBron got to go all out. But he took a lot of shots to get those points, which he had to do because basically he's the only offense they have. That finals, LeBron James took almost 40 shots a game. But like I said, you can't really blame LeBron because who he go throw it to? Matthew Dellavedova? Timothy Mozgov? Iman Shumpert, who not really a great shooter? Now, if he would have had, like, Kyle Korver out there, it may have been different. He would have had somebody to throw it to, even though his last year in Cleveland, in 2000, 18 in the finals against Golden State. Kyle Korver couldn't hit anything. But yeah, so of course he out here shooting the ball, shooting 30-something% from the field, shooting the ball 40 times. That's just like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. People like Skip Bayless. Well, Tom Brady had 500 yards. Tom Brady threw the ball like 60 times in the Super Bowl. Him and Nick Foles both threw the ball a lot. So, of course, neither one of the defense were great pass defenses. So, of course, you go put up those type of numbers. So, the 2015 NBA Finals, LeBron James, after being up 2-1, ends up losing the series 4-2. But 2016 is right around the corner with Golden State winning 73 games and only losing 9. The stage is set. Everyone's there. Everyone's there for Cleveland. Everyone's there for Golden State. So who's going to win it now? Everybody was like, well, if Kevin Love would everyone was like, if LeBron would have had Kevin Love, if LeBron would have had Kyrie Irving, they would have beat Golden State. Well, in 2016, the beginning, everyone was there. Golden State starter Steph Curry, point guard, shooting guard Klay Thompson, small forward Harrison Barnes, power forward Draymond Green, center Andrew Bogut. And for Cleveland, everyone's there and healthy. Point guard Kyrie Irving, Amon Shumpert's coming off the bench now. J.R. Smith is the shooting guard. Small forward LeBron James, power forward Kevin Love, and they moved Tristan Thompson to center. So I don't want to hear nothing about, well, they didn't have, everybody was there starting game 1. Cleveland, everybody's there starting game 1 for Golden State. And let's see how this happens when, remember, everyone's there now. No one is injured. Let's see how that plays out. So game 1 in Golden State, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry have a horrible shooting night, but the Warriors still win the game by 15 points versus Cleveland. So now game 2 in Golden State, already up 1-0. The Warriors blow the Cavaliers out by 33 points. And this game, Kevin Love got hit in the head, so he didn't play that many minutes. And he didn't play at all in game 3 after getting hit in the head in game 2. Now it's Cleveland back home for game 3. And somehow they blow Golden State out by 30 points. Now, I didn't expect Golden State to sweep Cleveland. I figured Cleveland would win either game 3 or game 4 at home. I didn't know they would win by 30 points, though. But Kevin Love didn't play in game 3 because of the head injury in game 2. But now the series is 2-1 in Golden State's favor. So here we go. Game 4, the crucial game 4. Golden State up 2-1. Cleveland trying to tie it up 2-2. Golden State trying to take a commanding 3-1 lead going back to game 5 in Golden State. And somehow LeBron James and Draymond Green get tangled up. And Draymond Green is on the ground and LeBron is trying to get back into play. And he steps over Draymond Green. And Draymond Green swipes up and hits LeBron James in his balls. Like, me personally as a man, if I'm ever in a situation where I'm on the ground, I'm not going to let another man step over top of my head. I don't know any man that's going to let another man step over top of his head like that. Like, that's a natural reaction to me as a man to just swipe up if I see a dude trying to step over my face like that or step over my head. And I know I heard someone once say, well, Allen Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue. Allen Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue's legs. If he had stepped over Tyronn Lue's head, that situation more than likely would have been way different. And I know Draymond Green had a history of hitting people in the balls, like in OKC. If anything, Draymond Green should have been suspended in like game 3 or 4 against OKC. You don't wait till a crucial closeout game at home in Golden State with the championship on the line to suspend the team's best defender and their playmaker who runs the offense, basically gets everybody else involved. If you go back to like 1994 when Michael Jordan had retired to go play baseball and the Chicago Bulls were playing the New York Knicks in the second round, I think it was like game 4, it was on a fast break, and Scottie Pippen, they passed the ball to Scottie Pippen. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to watch it for yourself. But They passed Scottie Pippen the ball and he dunked on Patrick Ewing. And after he dunked on him, it looked like he pushed him to the ground, and then he walked over and stepped over him. And watch Patrick Ewing swipe up like, mother, you're not about to step over me. He basically did the same type of thing Draymond Green did. He swiped up when Scottie Pippen had stepped over his face, as to say, basically, I'm not about to let another man just step over my head like that. You also see that in games sometimes when, like, if somebody dunk on someone and they hang on the rim and they swing their fucking body and swing their nuts and swing their balls in somebody's face, and you see the other dude like swipe up or push them, like, dude, you're not about to fucking swing your balls in my goddamn face like this. So like shit like that can get you that could get you in a fight when you do shit like that to another man in the NBA. Even after all that happening, game 4 in Cleveland, Golden State wins that game by 11 points. So now Golden State is up 3 games to 1, going back home where they probably have the best home court advantage and crowd in the NBA for the closeout game 5 in Golden State with the championship on the line. So I feel to make more money, the NBA steps in and says, "Oh, we need to make more money. We need to make this go more games so we can get more revenue." So they step in before game 5 and they're like, "All right, well, this is what we gonna do. We gonna suspend Draymond Green for game 5." So a critical game 5 in Golden State, where the last time Cleveland was in Golden State was game 2 and they had lost by 33 points. I'm supposed to believe somehow they go win game 5 with the NBA championship trophy in the building. If Golden State had won that night, they would have been presented with the trophy, which was in the building that night. But hey, the NBA decided to step in. Hey, we're gonna suspend Draymond Green, and let's see how that turned out. Cause something else happened too that a lot of people don't even really talk about. They just think it was Draymond Green. They forget about someone else. So here's my thing. I kept hearing people saying, "Well, Golden State choked. They was up 3-1 and they choked." Golden State didn't choke. It was a lot of stuff that went wrong for Golden State. But no one expected Cleveland to come back from 3-1 and come back and win in game 7. But just to show you that LeBron and the Cavaliers needed a lot of luck and the NBA to intervene, put it like this. I told you before, with everyone healthy, because everybody was like, well, LeBron didn't have Kyrie and LeBron didn't have Kevin Love. But this time, everyone was healthy. So you telling me 3 out of the first 4 games with everybody healthy in the lineup, Golden State wins 3 games by double digits. But somehow, I'm supposed to believe Cleveland was going to come back. If everyone had been there, you telling me Cleveland was supposed to somehow come back and beat Golden State in 3 straight games? No. Whenever I tell people, well, Draymond Green didn't play game 5, people always say, well, he played in game 6 and game 7. But that wasn't the key. The key is what I call the Andrew Bogut factor. Because if you remember, Andrew Bogut got hurt on a freak accident in game 5 when J.R. Smith ran into his leg or something like that. But if you go look at that game, go on YouTube and type in Andrew Bogut factor. I'm gonna leave the link to a link in the description for you can watch it for yourself and watch the difference in game 5. Andrew Bogut only played 7 minutes in game 5, and he had 3 blocks in 7 minutes. And look at the difference in Cleveland when Andrew Bogut was in the game and when he wasn't in the game. How many shots he changed and how many shots he blocked. Once Andrew Bogut got hurt and left the game, that's when LeBron James and Kyrie Irving started attacking. Because there was no one in the paint to protect the paint. Andrew Bogut, 7 feet center. A great rim protector. With him gone, think about how often do you see two teammates on the same team get 40 points in the same game? Kyrie Irving and LeBron James both had 41 points in game 5. Without Andrew Bogut in there and without Draymond Green in there, once Andrew Bogut got hurt, Kyrie Irving and LeBron James started attacking. because there was no more shot blocker in the game. So then when you got the game 6 and game 7, Steve Kerr decided to go small and start Draymond Green at the center and put Andre Iguodala at the power forward. So now you got a mixed match because now you got Harrison Barnes having to guard Kevin Love, who has always been a great rebounder. Then you got Draymond Green battling with Tristan Thompson. So Cleveland is now going to kill Golden State on the boards because Andrew Bogut is no longer there. So like I said, if the NBA doesn't suspend Draymond Green for Game 5, Golden State probably wins Game 5 in a blowout by at least 20 points. If Andrew Bogut, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry were all there, it's no doubt in my mind that they would have murdered Cleveland in Game 5 in Golden State. But the NBA had to step in to make the series go longer by suspending Draymond Green, and then no one knew Andrew Bogut would get hurt in Game 5, but that was a huge factor in the series. Once Andrew Bogut was gone and Golden State had to go small, now the advantage was in Cleveland's hands. And of course, we all know what happened. LeBron James gets one of the greatest blocks you'll ever see, right up there with, if not better than the one Tayshaun Prince had on Reggie Miller in 2004. And Kyrie Irving hits the greatest final shot passing what Ray Allen did to save LeBron in 2013 against San Antonio. Hits the greatest game-winning shot ever in the finals. Well, it wasn't a game-winning shot, but it was definitely a game-changing shot. And we all know what happened after that. Golden State couldn't do anything. They went down there and tried to shoot another 3 and missed it. And Cleveland ended up coming back, doing something that no other NBA team had done before, coming back down from 3-1 and winning Cleveland its first championship ever. And LeBron came through on the promise that he made. And Golden State ended up losing. And then they went out and got Kevin Durant in a bitch-ass move because he didn't want to compete. So he wanted to join the 73-9 team. So those are some of the reasons that I believe the NBA saved LeBron James' legacy by suspending Draymond Green in Game 5 and Andrew Bogut getting hurt in Game 5. Golden State having to go small, which ended up being beneficial to Cleveland, which allowed them to come back from 3-1. This Black Sage. Peace. I'm out. Like and subscribe and leave a comment on what you think about the video. Peace.